Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well. I know that you can't see me. I'm just actually sitting here and I felt led to shuffle a couple of cards and something came out and I did a little research on a card that came out earlier that I was speaking about on a reading that I did with the Emperor and the Empress that came out, and I named it something about kicking the karmic aside, and that the divine masculine and the divine feminine really needed to heal something. Um, I spoke on that video that I did a reading and ended up deleting the reading prior to that reading. But I stated that there was a few cards that came out in this new little deck that I bought for $1. And a teacher, a police officer, a hockey player, and a delivery driver had came out in that reading. I literally sat here and began to shuffle these little cards, and the hockey player just literally jumped out again. I really felt compelled to look up about the hockey player, and it took me back and it traced me back to a couple of things. Something that could be traced back with a hockey player also had the word shining attached to it, which meant to climb a rope. Now, in that reading, if you will go, if you missed it, the karmic needing to be kicked to the side, something came out about a cord was involved, a cord or a rope or whatever you want to call it. The wording was cord, but you know, a rope is still some type of a cord of some sort. Still is in the same relation to that. And thought that was really interesting. This card jumped out. Now, this little deck has doubles within it. And when this card jumped out, it said the hockey player on the back side of this deck was the other hockey player. What came out, I also noticed that the detective was there, and I went and reshuffled again, and the hockey player was there again, and the detective jumped out. Also, with this hockey player, it had the word shin, meaning, you know, the leg and everything else. It also had the word to cut attached to etymology and root words that were connected with this hockey energy with it. It brought out the word spine and the backbone as well with this hockey player. The strength card, as I grabbed the actual tarot, the strength card and the high priestess came out. We know that the strength card goes back to needing courage and things like that. It's also a card of children. It's the letter Chet in the Hebraic language, which represents a wall, a ladder, a string of some sort could be there, or we could call it a rope or a cord as well. A doorway could be here with the letter Chet. It represents passing from one space to the next. Births and deaths could be found here. Protection from outside things when the strength card comes out in the Hebraic language. And then the bet is a patriarch of a family. It represents to be inside of the house or to be inside of the tent. It represents a tent, literally. The high priestess is high volume spiritual knowledge, secrets, deep past things can go back to the high priestess energy. She holds the Torah where we get our faith as well. She represents, yes, Rael, because she is the house of Jacob, is what she represents here. But when you put those two words together, or those two letters together, one of the words that come out of this means it's the word HHB in the Hebraic language. It represents the hide. It represents also the bosom. It also had a meaning of a refuge or the wall of the house. Okay, the walls of the house that enclose the home as a refuge for the family, or refuge functions as a place of hiding from any undesirable person or situation. Somebody's hiding here. Okay, we got a detective out here. And somebody's, dealing with family matters out here as well, and their children. And somebody's hiding from an undesirable person connected to some situation that has been out here. Something's got cut. Somebody's legs got cut. completely or something like that. Somebody's dealing with spinal issues. Sometimes we'll get out what come to my mind was something about a wheelchair. Now, if you are dealing with somebody who has literally had something amputated, then something like that would be here with this energy. But there is some type of a place where one is hidden. Also, it would go back to somebody who's hidden in the arms and cherished. So we're talking about children, things like that. Okay, somebody's hiding something about a child, or somebody just cherishing someone here, hiding, trying to protect something behind walls, or something is specifically behind a wall. Then so be it. Then something could be specifically behind the wall. The word the other direction goes to the word slaughter. And a knife. Again, this hockey player card took me back to to cut something. Okay, somebody's died out here. Somebody's been cut, and there's obviously something that's coming out of here or a couple people have been, or a couple children have been, or there's been a secret around that. Since there's 2 hockey players that are showing out here with this in this investigative thing. So the word slaughter and knife is here with this other word the other direction. It's spelled BHH. The killing of an animal is actually what it's bringing out for the slaughter of inserting the point of the knife into the throat to sever the artery of something as well. So we're dealing with sacrificial things out here. We really are dealing with sacrificial things. I thought it was really interesting because that hockey player did jump out earlier. The King of Swords is at the top of this deck here. And then the 3 of Swords is there, heartbreak. And then the 5 of Pentacles is right after that. That is feeling insecure, feeling left out in the cold. Some type of insecurity is here. Especially if somebody is hiding from this King of Swords energy in the negative. Obviously, he can also go to the law, and a detective energy could also be here. But that energy right there in the negative is a freak. That person is very detached. They would be an undesirable person. They're a kook in their freaking brain to do something in the negative. Somebody's dealing with their freaking ex. And something's taken place that's been very heartbreaking around this King of Swords, and so be it. Otherwise, this person would be very, very sharp and would be able to figure something out with this detective work. I feel like something's behind a wall. A literal wall in the house somewhere. Somebody's trying to protect something, or has hid something behind a house, a wall, or something like that would be here. Show me this King of Swords. Thank you. Something just really jumped out. There's something karmic around this King of Swords. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So what comes around goes around. This person's not going to be able to escape something. Somebody has exaggerated about something. If this is the law, this is the law. Because the arm of Jehovah is here. This is the first letter of his name. Authority would be real big here, especially on this King of Swords. And the detective being out here. Okay, somebody's higher mind's going off here. There's something around some travel energy when the wheel comes out. Money is here. Fortune. At the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Pentacles. Somebody trying to get their balance, because even the Wheel of Fortune is a balancing card. Somebody got something very karmic on them for something that's taken place here. Okay, somebody's got cut. Somebody's literally cut somebody's legs freaking off within some matter, then so be it, and something's out here within that. The 6 of Pentacles, this is being generous, or somebody's getting the scales over their freaking head. And then the 10 of Wands shows a bunch of wands on somebody's backside. And we're talking about the word spine came out here as well, or the backbone area came out here as well. Okay, so something is here. Whatever the climbing of the rope, whatever's taking place here, somebody's having to climb something here within a matter, whatever that is. Something's out here. Something's been very oppressive out here, but there's a change coming. If you're in the upright, something's going to be changed. Whoever the undesirable person is, somebody's had to be hidden from a freak. The arm of Jehovah is coming up in here and turning the wheel. Somebody getting some type of scales on their head with this energy that's coming out. Whoever's the energy this is that I keep picking up on tonight, it's here. Okay. Let me take another card here. Thank you, Jehovah. Something around lover situations. There is a decision here. So if we're talking about a tent or some type of camping site or something like that, again, the High Priestess represents a tent. And then the Lover's card is the nail that holds the tent rope together. It also represents adding things together. Something's been added out here, especially with the King of Swords in the upright. He's very calculated. He's very smart. The Wheel of Fortune is the higher mind going off. There's some type of truth out here in a very big way. There's a death matter out here. There's 4 swords showing up, and that's death of a person, death of an idea. Something's like real piercing in somebody's heart. We're talking about the artery, and being sliced somewhere, and the heart energy would obviously be attached to something. And there's 3 swords literally pierced into somebody's heart itself. Then that energy would be here. There's a decision here around some type of a matter that's coming out here, or somebody trying to protect something around a blessed union. Okay, because the Lover's card is a blessed union. It's blessed by, there's an angel over the top of it. Okay, nobody can sever that at all. Okay, somebody lost their heart, lost their love within some matter, became detached within something, then I guess so be it. The 2 of Cups is also out here. Somebody was in unity within some matter. Something is here. There's a judgment on somebody's boss. The head, the man, the boss, the chief is something. The Rash is out here. This is a judgment card. Something is known in a very big way around some matter here. The Tower is also here. This is like, oh my God, a paradigm shift of something that's out here. Obviously somebody did die, or somebody's family member did die out here. It's showing itself to me. Whatever entirely this is, I want to see outcome cards here. You hold on. Let me take from this other deck. Thank you. High Priestess is here twice. It just jumped out with the 2 of Pentacles again. Somebody really got high volume intuition about something. Secrets. Secrets going to be known about something that has been secretly, physically exchanged somewhere. This is very high volume spirituality. Again, Jehovah's eyes are on that house. He will never sleep or slumber. If you're in the house, you're in the house. Jehovah will always protect. We don't care about the freaks. We don't care about the freaks. There will be some type of a wish fulfillment. The 9 of Cups is here. And then somebody will be able to rest after broken heart. We have doubles out here. Within some of the energy, we have double hockey players. Hockey players. We have double High Priestess out here. Things are matching. We have, like I said, we had 4 swords already out here. The 4 swords is also out here behind the bottom of the deck. Okay, there's also underneath that the 6 of Pentacles is there, and 6 of Pentacles also was out here as well. Somebody getting the skulls over their head within some matter. There's judgment on somebody. Something going to be very much known. Somebody knows intuitively something around the truth as well with this. So whatever's taking place, somebody's literal legs have gotten chopped off. Something about somebody's arteries here. Somebody's heart has been pierced. There has been a secret around something behind a closed door or a wall where somebody's been trying to protect. So there's children. Something about a body part is here where it's connected to children, and a boss figure or a head of something is fixing to blow the trumpet on some type of judgment here within some matter. This real deep energy that's coming out here. Underneath this hockey player is a doctor. Well, again, we've got the King of Swords. He can also go back to a doctor energy as well. I'm hearing a mad scientist. And actually, I had a scientist come out today as well. I'm hearing Frankenstein. And just hearing somebody's a freak. Somebody's a real freak that's literally lost their ever-loving, freakish mind on something. Whatever the crap this is, we got some freak out there. It's very secretive about something. There's a narcissist here as well. It's kind of different, but this stuff was really coming out, and we live in the real world, and we're getting rid of kooks. Guys, Jehovah's been bringing out a lot of stuff about kookish people and people that have done disgust, and that they would get a line of confusion. We want these freaks out of here. We really want these freaks out here. Somebody does need to go behind closed doors, and the door needs to be shut forever on somebody who's done some nasty out here. because somebody has traded something in a very secretive way around some ordeal, and children are involved in some stuff. Talk about a freakish energy out here. Something's going to be known within something. Somebody's headship is dealing with something, positive or negative. Either somebody's headship has lost their freaking head, or somebody's having to blow the trumpet on something that they've been investigating within this detective work here. Show me this Five of Pentacles. Somebody's also feeling very insecure about something out here, but you just need to, put the judgment on it. Hold on just a second. I have several that fell on the floor. The King of Cups, the Star, the Queen of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. 19 Pentacles, which would break down to 10. There's large sums of money here around something as well. The Star is knowing something, blowing something as well, just like the Resh. So the Star is a letter P, and the R and the P is the rope. And like I said, the hockey takes us back to climbing a rope. It went to the word shining. Wasn't there a movie called The Shining? I'm not even remembering what it was about, but anyway. There's large sums of money here. There's inheritance around something, whatever this is. That's a lot of money. We had fraud issues that really came out in a very big way today. A decision to return, being a nostalgia. Obviously, the Six of Cups is also about children as well. The King and Queen out here. The King of Cups, the Queen of Wands. If these people are in the upright, they're very intuitive, very spiritual. Otherwise, they're very nasty in their spirituality. They're very manipulative and very creative within their manipulation, because the Two of Wands would go to some type of plotting. Somebody plotted something around something, and then so be it. Whatever all this is entirely, something's over with it, because the World card. And again, this hockey player took me back to the word shin. And the World card in the Hebraic language is the letter shin, which is the pictograph of a tooth. But it still is the phonics of a shin, somebody's leg. If you will look at the World card, it has, somebody's got their leg up like the number 4, organization around something. It also has a meaning of an all-consuming fire as well when the shin comes out. But definitely something about somebody's leg is here. Okay, obviously somebody's slaughtered and killed and severed something out here. Maybe if you're dealing with somebody who's had is an amputee, then so be it. Something is out here that's over when the World card gets out here. Something's completed, because there's a judgment coming out here. I just wanted to share this. I thought it was pretty amazing how Jehovah will bring something out and have me go look up something even further, and different things that can be attached. He likes to hide things from us. So just a simple hockey player. Obviously, we know people are playing games, and we can take the hockey to ice, and ice can go back to the 8th house. That's also detective work. The detective is out here. I mean, we can just pick it apart in so many different ways. It's also secretive things as well. Secret sex, money, property, being in the gutter. Somebody is in the gutter out here. Something's really taking place in a very nasty way. Somebody's been hiding away for a refuge because somebody is not desirable. Somebody's a freak out here. Okay? Somebody's a freak. Somebody lost their overload mind, something about somebody's spine or backbone or something, or somebody's in a wheelchair, or they don't have no legs, they can't walk, or whatever that is. It's out here and something's over within a matter. Whatever they've done, they've lost their overload soul, because children are attached to some stuff out here. Some people died within some ordeal. Somebody slaughtered somebody with a knife. Okay? Literally the word is slaughter out here. Okay? This person needs to be taken away. I don't care if they're a boss. Don't care who the crap they are. Somebody's detached out here with this King of Swords. And all they are just intelligent in their own mind. Remember, Jehovah said that we were dealing with somebody who's fallen. There's a fallen entity in the earth. We're dealing with these freaks now. Anyway, people, this is really big energy. Because I focus on stuff like this, criminal activity, people that are freaks, okay, they need to be caged up like an animal, because they become like an animal. Something's fixing to be wrapped up, and Jehovah's just showing it. Something's going to be over, okay? Whoever these people are, there's 2 kings out here and a queen. There's a mistress energy out here, and there's something around children and stardom, and something's going to be known and blown up, and something around a rope, and somebody's leg, real big, is showing up out here in a very big way. But if you're in the true house, you and I have nothing to worry about. Jehovah keeps his eyes on the house of Yisrael. He says, I will never sleep. I will never slumber. I am Jacob's king. And so no matter how much people try to do whatever, the will is out here. That's Jehovah's arm coming out here to reign for him. Somebody's going to get a whirlwind upon them, and they're going to get punched out by the great one when it's all over, right in the freaking mouth as well, for something that they've done, is what I heard Jehovah just say. What comes around goes around. Somebody's got something very karmic that's very much being ended in a very big positive way. If you're in the upright, something's going to be closed out, and you're going to be able to get up and move forward in a very big positive way and get a victory, even though something's been a disgrace around this energy. Big time stuff coming out, people. I wish you well. I just wanted to share it. Until next time, shalom.